Hello and welcome back. I am jeffgrantMEDIA, and today we're going to be talking about my boots from Walking on Air. Now, there might be a name that you've never heard of before if you're subscribed to this channel. It's not a very heritage style looking boot, so it's not something I would normally dive into. Or you're someone that found this because these are brand new company, freshly launched, and there's not a lot of content out there, and you've landed on this video. So actually, Ronald, one of the co-founders, reached out to me, I want to say back in like December-ish, maybe November, and said, hey, I've checked out your content, I like what you do. I'm doing a new pair of boots, a whole new company. I'd be interested in sending you a pair just to get your thoughts on it, see what you think of them. And I said, you know what, sure, that's fine. Send me a pair of boots and we'll take a look at it and I'll report back and tell you my thoughts. And as I've used them, I found out that I think instead of me just sharing my thoughts with him, we're going to go ahead and actually do a full video on this because these are pretty interesting and pretty unique. Now, Walking on Air, WOA, brand new company. It is currently like end of March right now, and they just launched and start shipping the end of February. So I've got just about a month on these boots right now, and I could say I have a very good handle on the situation because these have come in very, very useful for me in the past couple of weeks. We're going to get to all of that, but first let's do a little bit of a recap on the unboxing. Now, I didn't film the original unboxing, but I did go back and more or less do a dramatic recreation. And here we have the packaging, which I like the overall aesthetic and look of this box. And the box itself has a really nice feel to it, and it is very durable. They do have their standard branding on the box, and you can see here we have a do not pull and a pull area. And we also have this clear window at the top of the box that, as you can see, when we open the box, it peels back. It's actually pretty cool, pretty interesting. This is one of the cooler, if not one of the best top 5 presentations I have had on a pair of shoes. And once we had our fun opening up the box, you can see each shoe is inside its own dust cover. And as we pull them out, these are a pretty interesting pair of boots. I liked what I saw when I first pulled them out. They were kind of interesting to me. Now, originally when I first put them on my feet and I looked down, I thought they actually looked like a pair of combat boots. Looking straight down at them, top down, because I have the all black version. They do look, to me, and still to me, they kind of look like a combat boot. But if you look at them from more of a profile view, they do have more of a sneaker aesthetic to them. So it's kind of a nice mix, a nice hybrid, if you will, between a boot and a sneaker look. Now, if the boots aren't your thing, Walking on Air does offer these also in a sneaker version. And they have also incorporated brown leather into the mix. Now, when I first got them, they were only offering it in black or white. The Walking on Air boots come in at $165 USD, while the Walking on Air sneakers come in at $155 USD. But who is Walking on Air? Well, they are a team of podiatrists, entrepreneurs, and technology experts who have banded together to make a brand new shoe company that involves 3D scanning your feet to get you the perfect fit. They make unisex made-to-order shoes and boots for both men and women. And to use their 3D scanning technology, you simply navigate to the website and use your own mobile device. No extra apps are needed. Now, let's dig into why these are so unique. Once you've landed on your style, and I chose the all black Walking on Air boot, we actually have a couple variations within that. You can get the all black with the Walking on Air logo in white thread. You can get the all black with the Walking on Air logo in black thread, or the version that I went with is the all black without the logo at all. Now, once you land on that, you will scroll down and click the scan now and add to cart. And you're going to see we're going to go through a prompt here. It's going to tell you what to do, and then we're going to land on a screen here that's going to ask you if you are a men's or women's shoe, your US size, and if you have any information that you think they would need to know fitting you for the right pair of shoes or boots. Once we enter that, we'll click continue and it will walk us through the scanning process. Now, in case you miss it, they do not keep your credit card information on file. Now, when I did my original scan, I did in fact use one of my credit cards, but you will see once we get to my scan being demonstrated in the video, I did not use a credit card, and I will say I'm actually surprised it worked, because while this is basically the same shape and size of a credit card, it is slightly bigger, but it did actually work for the scan, so that was a pleasant surprise for me. And it's pretty straightforward and pretty simple. You know, you just line everything up and try to keep your cat from walking into frame. Once you line everything up, you just click and hold the hold button and it will do its thing. Now, one thing I learned the hard way is I was running late for work, so I did not have time to scan this in the morning before I put my shoes on. So I try to do this on my lunch break at work, and while I get bad cell phone reception, I generally hop on the Wi-Fi, and the IT filters blocked it from going through, so I could not get my scan to work. And then the first thing I did when I got home, I kicked off my shoes and socks, and the very first scan, it worked no problem. So if you're in a rush, just wait until you get home from work and do it at home on your own Wi-Fi or when you have cellular, and you'll probably have zero issues. Now, while this ordering process is pretty cool, it actually serves a really, really good purpose, and that is to cut down on a ton of waste. They boast a 97.5% correct size ratio. And what that really does, it means you're getting the correct size almost every time. Now, they do offer returns. If they do get the size wrong, you can send these back and they will give you the right size. But at 97.5%, they're cutting down on a ton of waste. Now, that will be waste in the manufacturing process because these are all MTO. So I believe there's a 2 to 3 week wait period. So these are going to be built for your specs when you order, so there's not going to be overhead carrying dozens of sizes in stock. They're not making sizes, they're making these to fit your feet. So while I give them my general US size, they're going to use that scan to get my correct size. So they don't have boxes and boxes of pre-made shoes sitting in a warehouse somewhere. So we're cutting down on waste for product that may or may not sell. We're also cutting down on waste for emissions. Things, the shipping it back and forth. You get the wrong size, you ship it back. All of that is taken out. Yes, there will be that oddball. 97.5% is not 100%. Nothing is really 100% guaranteed. So every once in a while, yes, there will be a return, and that will help, or that will take some of that emissions and the packaging materials and everything, sending it back and forth. But MTO using this app to scan and everything really helps to dial back or dial in your size and cut down on all of that waste. And that is a pretty awesome thing, because one of the things you may not know about me is one of the reasons I got into selvage and heritage wear is because I don't like fast fashion. Fast fashion is a huge waste on the environment, and this is one of those cool things that it's new, it's innovative, and it's also helping to reduce waste in the environment. So that is pretty awesome. Now, these have been designed not only by, obviously, technology. There's a lot of engineers doing work to help get the app and the measuring and everything, but the actual build and materials has gone through a lot of R&D with podiatrists. And that's where these actually came in very, very handy for me, because if you've heard me complain a lot lately, today, I will say I'm feeling pretty good, but I'm still at over 6 weeks in, not 100%. I hurt my back, and at times it just hurt to walk. Like, I could not walk. I was basically stuck on my couch for about 3 weeks with heating pads, and I couldn't really do much at work, asking other people to help me. I do have good coworkers, they do take care of me, and they continue to do so, but I basically was locked into the couch for like 3 weeks. So when I was finally up and mobile, that was right around the time I got these in. And I think because these were designed with podiatrists, these were and continue to be a really, really good, useful piece of footwear for me, because they help me get mobile again. To be honest with you, I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to say if you do have a back injury and it hurts to walk, these are going to be that godsend that help you walk around and be mobile again. But for me, they actually did that. Now, the sole is a little bit softer than what I would normally wear in a boot. It doesn't have a heavy lug Vibram sole. It's actually quite soft and squishy. And because these are podiatrist designed, they're actually ergonomically shaped for your foot. And because these are specifically sized to my foot, I think the overall fit of both of these was great. And it's my left size, so I guess I should be showing you the left boot. The left side of my body is when it's hurting. These actually helped me so much. Now, I will say there was one thing I did notice. The heel counter on the inside, it's still stiff. It's a little bit stiffer. And I will say it did give me a little bit of discomfort for the first day, maybe day and a half or so. It wasn't anything bad. I didn't get any blisters. I didn't have any rubbing. I didn't have any lasting like tenderness in my heel or anything like that. But I did notice the back of both heels, left and right, just for a day and a half, it was a little stiff, and then they broke in that little bit, and they were completely fine. I did inquire from Ronald, one of the CEOs, the CEO and one of the co-founders, and he said, yeah, that is by design. That is the input from the podiatrist. They think that a stiffer heel counter is better for your feet. So I said, hey, you know what? if they're the professionals, I'm just the guy that wears them. And like I said, after a day and a half, it broke in. I no longer feel like it's too stiff and it's not uncomfortable to wear. But going back to this little bit softer sole, like if you see, I am getting a pretty good squish there in it, and they're like very, very comfortable. But they really helped me in my recovery. And I think because this is really what helped me to realize that I gotta stop walking around when I'm walking the dog in the morning in like my outdoor slippers. While I love them, they're incredibly comfortable. They're nice and warm, especially if I'm not wearing socks. I could slip my feet into a pair of wool slipper boots and walk around. It's great. They're not giving me the support I need, and when I'm not hurt, they're completely fine. But when you're trying to recover from something and it takes a lot longer when you're older, you need some support and some better footwear. So this is really what helped me realize, like, oh yeah, I need to start wearing some better footwear in the morning. So overall, I'm in love with these boots right now, because this is some of the worst pain I've ever felt, and one of the longest injuries the longest injury I've ever been trying to recover from. And I'm crediting the Walking on Air boots here as being part of that helpfulness in my recovery. Now again, I am not a doctor, don't take my medical advice, but I think for me at least, they have been really helping me on that road to recovery, and they did make me realize that I do need to wear some more supportive footwear, even in the morning, even if I'm just going around the block. Wearing a pair of comfortable, cozy slipper boots, while they might feel cozy on my feet when it's very cold outside, when you're hurt, you need something with a little bit more support. So they definitely made me realize something, and they're helping me. So I think if you were looking at these, even if you don't have a back injury, they're going to be a great piece of footwear. I'm really pleased with the comfort of them. Like, again, I had that little bit of discomfort in my heel for like the first day and a half, but most pairs of boots, especially heritage style boots, something with like a leather midsole, leather insole, like cork filling, they're sometimes going to be quite uncomfortable for an extended period of time until you break them in. Where these were incredibly comfortable, really right out of the box. Once I got that little bit of wear and that break in and kind of alleviated some of that stiffness in them, they're great. They are good to go. The presentation and the functionality of this box is just cool. I found myself just doing this and playing with it. So the boots are awesome, but the box is really, really fun. I like the overall presentation, which to me means a lot when you get a product, especially something brand new company, brand new idea. The presentation means a lot. So they took the time to not only design a really good piece of footwear, but they put some thought into the box that it's coming in. Yeah, they could have just put these in a regular brown box. I've got some very expensive shoes that have just come in like basically plain white or plain brown boxes. Well designed boxes, like they're not just a flimsy shoe box, but very plain Jane box, where brand new company, they didn't really put all of their R&D and thought into the design of the shoes and the boots. They actually put some into the box and the way that's going to function. So I think that also goes a long way. I like a good presentation, and when you get a good presentation with a good product, it really just means that much more to me. So all these little details, they all kind of add up to really make the user experience that much better. And I think Walking on Air, especially again being a brand new company, it's not just a brand new product from a company, it's a brand new company with a brand new product, very innovative idea. And they also did that attention to detail with the packaging, which I really, really appreciate. So overall, again, very, very pleased with the fit, the feel of these boots. They have been great. They are very, very comfortable. I'm still wearing these. These are very, very much helping, at least in my opinion, my recovery. I'm feeling a lot better. Not just these. I don't want to just credit the boots. I want to sound like I'm like singing the praise of these boots, but they did help me to start to feel better and make me realize that I also need to take care in what I'm wearing when I'm just taking the dog for a walk, because I needed some more support. And I think once I realized that, my recovery has been, I don't want to say leaps and bounds, because it is a long journey, and I feel like I've been complaining about this in a lot of videos lately, but this has definitely helped me to take leaps and bounds towards that actual end goal of feeling normal again. And on top of that, they're looking good, they're feeling good. I dress kind of like this: flannels, western shirts, jeans, and I do work in an office building, and I do go out on shoots, which I have not been doing a lot lately because of said injury. But wearing these to the office, even though I do feel like the brown might be a little bit more business casual, the black has been fine. They've been fitting in just great. I do think, again, the black version just because the overall aesthetic, I think that top-down look, I feel like gives it a little bit of a jump boot style, but then when you see that profile, it does have a little bit more sneaker look to it. I think that makes the black ones a little bit more casual, in the brown version just a little bit more dressy. But the product photos that I've seen on the website with the people wearing the brown, they look pretty nice as well. The brown with the white soles, I kind of like the way they look. So it's getting summertime, and I'm going to start wearing a lot more sneakers than boots. So I might have to pick myself up a pair of the brown sneakers with the white insole for these hot summer days that hopefully are right around the corner. So all in all, in final summation, yes, I do think the walking on air boots are worth $165. And honestly, I think that's a really cheap price to pay for these, seeing as it's not only a brand new product, it's a whole brand new brand to start up. They did a brand new company, 2 products, they have a boot and a shoe, and the app, all the technology that goes into that to get you sized right. That's a lot of work, a lot of effort, and a lot of money. Working with podiatrists to get you a proper fit, to get you the support you need and the comfort. I mean, all of that is time and money. And I think $165 is a really, really inexpensive price to pay for what you're getting here. These are incredibly comfortable. I like the overall look, the overall style. They're very comfortable to wear all day long, especially if you're 45 and do something as stupid as try to take your kid roller skating and hurt yourself, and 6.5 weeks later, you're still not better from it. But if you're looking at them, I would say pull the trigger. They've been great for me. If it's a brand new company that you're now being put on your radar because you're seeing it here, I mean, you might not need them right now. They might not be your thing, but I'm going to tell you, just go to the website, check them out. It's pretty interesting. I really like what they're doing. The app, another thing too I didn't mention is it's not an actual app. I don't have to download anything onto my phone. It all goes through the website, which I love. I hate when I have to download an app to do like one thing. It's simple enough to delete the app, but I gotta go to the app store. I gotta download the app. I gotta set up an account. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Then I do the one thing, and then I just delete it. It's just such a hassle. This is all built into the website. I just go to the website on my phone, scan my feet, and I'm done, ready to go. And they fit me perfect. I didn't have any issues with the sizing. Right out of the box, they fit me good in the width, in the length. Everything fit proportionally to my feet, and I didn't even have to consider sending these back for a different size. So there you go. There you have it. I hope this video helped you out just a little bit in your buying decisions. So with that, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications the next time I post a brand new video. Good night.